VSlim. This is the one that I'm getting the most questions about. It's the one that people seem to be most excited about. Although I saved my favorite product for last. We're going to talk about the portable weight in a little bit. But VSlim, again, we went all out with this product. In fact, for quite some time now, I've been studying our key ingredient in this product, which I'll talk about for a while. We were actually able to speak with the company that produces this and get a worldwide exclusive rights to the use of this product in the network market. We wanted to call this product a weight management product because that's exactly what it is, you guys. Again, when I was asked to put together a weight management product, actually I think they use the word weight loss. It's like, come on, there's so many reasons why people gain weight. There's so many reasons why people have trouble losing weight. You know, how do you create a product that really will help the masses? It really caused me a lot of concern. I'm not a fan of formulating weight loss products because I don't believe in a magic pill that you pop and then you're just going to magically lose weight. That doesn't happen. There are people with thyroid issues. There are people who overeat. There are couch potatoes who just won't get up and exercise or do the things that's necessary to lose weight. And so you have to take all of that into consideration. So when we formulated VSlim, the biggest concern I had is how can we make an effective product? How can we do that? Well, let's look at the ingredients we've got here. The first major issue, and I believe this is the biggest issue, especially in the United States, why people can't lose weight, is we overeat. I've told people before, if you want to lose weight, just use duct tape. That's why I haven't done too many weight loss products in the past. But when I was in India many years ago, I came across an herb called slimaluma that the people of India, in northern India, by the way, use in years of famine. If there was ever too many rains and destroyed all their crops, or if there was a drought that wouldn't allow the rice and stuff to grow, they would start eating this. It's from the cacti family, because it would curb their appetite, and it would actually make them feel like they had eaten something so that they wouldn't have the hunger pains. I know it's a sad story, but they would actually resort to this if there was no food. Well, when I thought about what could I use to curb an appetite, my mind immediately went to that cacti. I did some research, and I found that a company called Gencor, again, a very large, well-respected company, had created a patented extract of this cacti and trademarked and patented it. It's called slimaluma. So that's our first ingredient in this product. Daniel and I were able to negotiate the worldwide exclusivity for this ingredient. You guys, it's got 6 safety studies and 2 efficacy studies behind it. It's clinically proven to curb your appetite, to reduce waist circumference. It's an amazing ingredient, you guys. Super excited. Easy to remember, slimaluma. How can you not remember that name? You don't have to remember caralluma fimbriata. All right? Second problem with weight loss, metabolic syndrome. Doctors are talking about metabolic syndrome all the time. People just aren't getting up, they're not exercising, they're couch potatoes, or for whatever reason, their metabolism just doesn't activate. It actually happens to most of us as we age. When we hit about age 40, our metabolic enzyme supply starts to drop, and we just don't have the energy that we used to have, which is why it's super hard to get motivated to get out and work out. It's super hard to do anything if you've got metabolic syndrome, or if you're in your 40 years old or older, which a good portion of you in the room are. So we wanted to put some metabolic boosters in this product. Again, not stimulants, but things that have been known to help your body metabolize fats better. And that's where Garcinia comes into play. It's common, you guys can Google it, it's out there, Dr. Oz has talked about it. But it works. There's lots of safety studies as well as clinical studies on this ingredient. After that, we look at insulin regulation. One of the hardest things that type 2 diabetics have is trouble losing weight. In fact, obesity is one of the causes of type 2 diabetes. It goes right back to that metabolic syndrome. If your metabolism isn't high enough to process sugars, those sugars immediately turn into fats in your body. And those stored fats just sit there. They're stored so that your body can use them if you're working out and using your body, but most of us don't do that. You know, we have jobs where we sit behind desks and that fat just continues to accumulate. So making sure that those sugars enter the bloodstream and then are metabolized as energy and not stored as fat is super important, and that's where Gymnema sylvestri comes into play. It helps your body in its insulin regulation or insulin production to where you can metabolize those sugars and convert them into energy instead of being stored in fat. And chromium and vanadium are minerals that are companions to Gymnema as well. So these three products combined help regulate our insulin production levels. They have been known and clinically proven to prevent those insulin spikes and drops that happen in diabetics. So again, when you're looking at weight loss, you can't just look at one particular item. It's not just about overeating. It's not about metabolic syndrome. Everybody has their reasons for why they gain weight, and we put all three of those major components in the VSlim product. We also added, again, the coconut water for hydration, as well as, and I forgot to mention this on the VSlim, but these are both enzyme delivery systems. So there are actually enzymes in here that help you break down, absorb, and assimilate the nutrients in these products, the ingredients in these products. So again, when we look at the core reasons or benefits of this product, we look at metabolic boosting, curbing the appetite, supporting healthy blood sugar levels, and then hormone stabilization. University of Cincinnati Hospitals. He served as a team physician for the Cincinnati Bengal NFL football team. Anybody a fan? No, they haven't done too great recently. And he's the chairman of the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. Again, he's an amazing physician. I look forward to introducing to you all later, but he will not be here with us today, unfortunately. Dr. Stephen Sabo. If he's here, if we can get him to come on up here. He's an attending physician at Good Samaritan Regional Medical Center, Doctor of Medicine, Chicago Medical School. I might just have him go ahead and introduce himself since he's standing up here right now. It'll take us a minute, sure. No?
Is this my time?
Yeah.
I was going to say, you're doing a good job.
Thank you. Gotten to know him well. He's an amazing gentleman. I'm looking forward to working with him.
Thank you. Guys, I'm so excited to be here today. My name is Dr. Steve Sabo, and I'm an emergency doctor. I've been in practice for 23 years. I live in northern New Jersey, and I work at the Suburban Emergency Department in New York State. So why am I here today? Why did Tracy choose me? That's because back in 2016 in October, my mentor asked me to watch a video. That was the video that many of you saw of Dallin and Carrie coming back into the business here. I watched that video. I heard about what Dallin had done, forming $2 billion companies, and then I heard about the fantastic liposome technology and delivery system that I'm familiar with as a medical doctor. How could I say no? I've tried the product since then. I personally take 4 of the 5 products today, and those products over there, those are going to be next on my list. I'll be in line with many of you to purchase them.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. So I was excited when I came with my team from the Northeast to Las Vegas at the grand opening back in May. I was excited when I came with my team from China and Thailand to the Asia launch in Macau, China back in November. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm an associate professor of emergency medicine. I love teaching the residents, and I look forward to teaching all of you as a member of the Scientific Advisory Board. Thank you.
Dr. Stephen Sabo. Dr. James Baker. Come on up. You're going to love James. He's a real down-to-earth guy, super smart though. He's been in a current president of the medical executive staff at Northwest Arkansas Rehabilitation Hospital, and he's a doctor of osteopathic medicine. James, come on up here. Go ahead and tell us why you're here.
Well, thank you very much, first of all, Tracy. Thank everyone for being here. This is wonderful. Just real quickly, I'm an internist hospitalist. I've been practicing in Northwest Arkansas for about 27 years. Just about a year and a half ago, I changed my practice totally to a health and wellness type of practice. Through the years, I've been a speaker for almost a dozen different pharmaceutical companies, and over that time, anything that's a new science, a new technology, is always of great interest to me. Even though I've always loved telling my patients about their nutritional health and that kind of thing, I've never really promoted a brand or anything like that to people. But when dear friends of ours, as well as my sweet, wonderful wife, who I love dearly, introduced me to these products, these nutritional supplements, about a year ago, I began reading, researching, and I think I've told Tracy, I've looked up every ingredient in every one of these and read them in great detail. So they made a believer out of me, and then as the previous doctor mentioned, when you see something that's being delivered in a liposomal transport type of technology, which again we are familiar with, I work in a big oncology unit, so those have been used for chemotherapy drugs for many years. That also got my attention, so I knew I had to continue to read, research, and then share this with others, including my patients. I'm taking 4 of the 5 current products as well. I was a martial arts guy for a lot of years, tore up my hips and joints and stuff, and so the Renew I don't do without. I love it. And the others I do as well. So with my patients and other people that we're sharing this with, I've been so pleased to see the results that they're getting, and feedback to me has just been wonderful. I love hearing those stories. I love learning more of the science as we go. It is an honor for me to work with Tracy and these other doctors, and she'll meet others that come out in the future as new things are developed, and being able to teach you guys as best we can what these are doing, how they're helping us. Let's not just continue to treat disease like I've done for 27 years. I want to keep people healthy. Let's don't let that happen. I really think these products are going to be able to help us do that. And so I'm very excited about being part of this. So thank you for the invitation to do so.
Thank you, James. Dr. David Baker. All right, Dr. Lana, I call her Galacia. I think there's a typo up here on the screen. I just saw it. It's Dr. Lana Galacia. Will you please come out? This lady is just loaded with energy. She's the Chief Medical Officer of the Rural East Advanced Pharma Specialist. She's a pain specialist. One of the things that I like about her, because we're going to be doing a clinical study here on pain and how Renew can alleviate that. Go ahead, take the stage.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm just so excited about coming here today. I'm Lana Galicia. My full name, as you have seen, Lana Lubiwania Galicia. I kept all my names because of I want to honor my parents. That's their names. Anyway, before I became a woman of medicine and science, I'm a daughter of God. And I want to give glory to Him first before anything else. I thank you for this opportunity to stand before you. Anyway, I've been in practice for about 26 years total. I came to this country over 20 years ago, and I only had $100 in my pocket. So believe and have faith. I only had $100 in my pocket. But anyway, I will talk from a physician and also from a patient perspective. About 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. And it's a tough time of our life. And a month after that, I almost lost my husband because of a severe infection, coccidioidomycosis. But anyway, because I trust in Him, everything, He took care of me, and He took care of my family. Unfortunately, with the treatment for the cancer, I also had, unfortunately, complications from those treatments. I started losing my hair, and even my photographic memory memory, I lost it. But again, with the grace of God, by the grace of God, it came back when someone cared and made that phone call. That cold call. Dr. Louis Garcia, I don't know if she's here, but Dr. Louis Garcia, thank you so much. She made that phone call. I sat on one of her rooms at home and introduced this product to me. And it's just unbelievable. I started using that product from day one, especially when I heard about advanced delivery system, the enzyme delivery system. And when I heard about that, I'm sold, because I use that same mechanism in the OR as an anesthesiologist. And lo and behold, I tell you, a month